All right, friends, let's get into this one. This woman posted this, Teresa Noreen. This is what prompted me to end my last video about the child thing. You know, the first victim or patient, I guess, not victim, patient on one of, I don't know which one, it was New York, or maybe New York, the New York ship. There's one in New York, one in, I think, LA or whatever in the port, somewhere over there. You know, one's the Comfort, one's the, whatever the other ship name is. I think this is the one in New York. And that one, they said the very first patient was a child. And I thought, okay, interesting. My, friend Steven, Crypto Karaoke, is on top of things. I'll have you know. Just want to give him the actual, or no, wait a minute. No. Was it Steven too? Let me look, because my buddy Christopher, the airline guy, no, okay, Steven, sorry. Steven still gives great stuff. He sent me the thing with Hillary doing the shot ski thing on the guy she was doing it with 2 weeks ago. He's got corona now. Oh my god. He sent me that, so that was a good one. The other guy, Christopher, he sent me this thing to Noreen, and well, I sent him the thing to Noreen. He said, the one of the anonymous posts, which it wasn't Q, but it was an anon post, so it wasn't directly from Q. It said, "We misread everything. We had one job: C before D, children before D class, not Comey before D class. It will be biblical. Let my people go. It's all about the children. They are freeing the children now." This was posted April 1st. Then the pain, then the D class, then the trials and the treason and the death. Those who know cannot sleep. Nothing can stop what's coming. This was not a Q. This was not posted by Q, but an anon. Which technically means, who knows if we can believe it. Got to be fair here. And I said to him, but that's not Q. It's just an anon that posted that. He goes, I agree. Putting the pieces together, C before D was a Q drop. And it was. For sure it was. And I said, I remember that. So I sent him a Twitter link, the one I'm sharing you with my screen right now. And I said, this is interesting. All of these earthquakes she's mentioning are 6.2 miles deep. And there's a lot of them. And he says, yeah, they're destroying the network, the underground network. And did you see the first person sent to the ship, Mercy and Comfort? Actually, both of them, I guess. They think they are children rescued. And I thought one was a soldier, but I was like, oh, I guess not. So the link that he puts up, USNS Mercy takes on its first non-coronavirus patients. And it mentions, someone says, hey, that is a TPN, not, the thing, the little drip thing for your IV or whatever. Hey, that's a TPN, aka a fat pack nutrition. No vent, no antibiotics, no cardiac drips, only nutrition? Why would that person be brought onto that ship? And only nutrition and fluids. This is a person who was exposed to starvation. I believe the kids are being pulled from the tunnels as we speak. Again, right now we have to take those kind of statements with a grain of salt. Boy, oh boy, would I love to believe this. And I'm willing to. I don't want to jump to conclusions so quick. You get egg on the face real quick. So, this part of this, there is an enormous amount. I discovered something truly disturbing. There are over 100 earthquakes in the last 30 days, over 4.0 in Richter scale, that have occurred at exactly 6.2 miles in depth. Is someone trying to destroy the earth? So she puts here's all the screenshots. Utah, some other country, Canada, Marguerite Island, Japan, like everywhere. 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. Now somebody said, and I may show it here if I get down to it. They said, and they linked to it because they're like, oh, is this the DUMS bases, the deep underground bases, the tunnel network underground being destroyed? And someone had said, well, here's a link to like the official story as to why they all say 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles. And that is because when they don't have an accurate reading from the equipment that detects earthquakes, they just default and say that's what it is. The problem is that we've never had a span of this period of time, and there's, did you say hundreds or 100 even? Over 100 earthquakes that all 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. That is not normal. I don't think that has ever happened from what I'm reading, and I did a little bit of research on this before I did this video. So, who knows what this is? And someone says, natural hazards. Why? Here's the official response. 10 kilometers is a fixed depth. Sometimes data are too poor to compute a reliable depth for an earthquake. In such cases, the depth is assigned to be 10 kilometers. Why that number? In many cases around the world, reliable depths tend to average 10 kilometers or close to it. For example, if we made a histogram of the reliable depths in such an area, we'd expect to see a peak around 10 kilometers. So if we don't know the depth, 10 is usually a reasonable guess. The USGS used to use 33 kilometers, but increased understanding indicates that 10 kilometers is more likely. Some areas, like subduction zones, are known to have many earthquakes much deeper than 10 kilometer. In those areas, a deeper fixed depth would probably be appropriate. Okay, yeah, thank you. This is from the USGS, by the way, natural hazards. But there's way too many to be assigned that depth. And if these were secret installations at some point that were used for trafficking of humans in despicable stuff, activities, first of all, if this is classified stuff down there, I don't think they're going to let everyone know this is exactly the depth. So if anyone had some kind of bright idea to drill down to something, you know, send a camera down or something, you know, oh, it's exactly 4.75 miles down every part of the earth because it's all the same. We just link each other, you know, we just go down that depth and keep going. You know, why would you have some at 6.5, some at 4.2, some at 10, you know? No, just have everything down there 4 miles down or 6.2 miles down, and everything's linked together. Very simple. Again, total speculation. But someone says this thing, again, take it with a grain of salt for now. We don't have any proof of this right now, but don't know, but this is interesting about New York. QAnon, New York City tunnels, Alice in Wonderland, Q equals Alice, Q Patriot. General Flynn just changed his banner to include the Wolf of New York City. Missing tourists statue. And this was up on Google today. Coincidence? Injured child? Whatever. Alice in Wonderland is where children are fed drugs and then hunted down by the rich. So here, I'm going to play this. Put up on the screen real quick. 35 minutes. I'm not going to play that with you guys. I will put this up right here. That way we have, I will put the link up basically to this video. And I'm going to actually search for that because it's got a stupid, weird link.
Hello, Patriots. Q Patriot.
And it's this one. Alright. That way I can easily grab this link, get rid of this crap, and put this up in the comment section or the description box of this video. I will put up the Twitter, an original thread that I put up to show you, this one. And then I'll also put up this link so you can watch it. I'm going to watch it after I stop this video. But I do want to I want you to think about something too. They say, and let me do the math, back to share the screen because this may be important. How many children go missing each year? Approximately 800,000 in America. Just America. So, you would wonder, how could so many go missing and no one seems to find a trace of them? They're never found in a car. Someone caught them, they're screaming and yelling. They just go missing. If you had an underground network of absolutely epic proportions, right? And we've heard, again, some of those stories from the 1980s, the daycare scandal. I forget what the name of it was. The daycare scandal. They went in Los Angeles, California. There was a network. And then they, oh, it's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy. And then someone actually dug in one of the buildings and said, no, it's not. There's actually a damn tunnel down here. Oh, too late. They've already been dismissed. Case dismissed. That person got let go. It was years later in the 90s. So, if there are underground tunnels, networks, I'm going to go ahead and say this. It sounds crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Hollywood elite, the rich, they've got endless amounts of money. They could connect each other, tunnel system underground, right from their nice rich McMansions, go underground, get into some way of connecting tunnels, a vehicle. Maybe it's again a maglev thing. You never know what the hell down there. They've got so much money. Not only that, taxpayers have been funding these underground facilities, the so-called dumbs, for God knows how long. We put the massive infrastructure up. It'd be real easy for these elitists to just, oh, let me connect my little thing down here. I know it sounds crazy. And it may not be that elaborate. Maybe it's just a small, it's 10, 20 feet underground, and they've got this network in Los Angeles, and it goes here and there, whatever. Bottom line, though, is how could you smuggle so many people, human beings, children or not, just human beings, and 800,000 go missing every year just in the U.S.? And then we have all these people in other countries, poor countries, where they are just having kids and selling them because that's what they do. I can't make any money, so I'm selling kids. They have no birth certificate. They have no track record. No one knows they exist. They just go somewhere. Where are all these kids? Where's all these people? If you had an underground network, you could get them to. Think about it. You don't have to worry about what's all happening on the surface. Oh, what if you get stopped by a cop, man? What if the kid starts crying and they're a different race than us. It's a Chinese kid. We're freaking, we're white. And how are you going to get stopped by a cop? How are you going to get pulled over? You're underground. You're under the surface of the earth. So, again, I'm going to watch that video. I've not watched it before. It'll be my first time as well. And some of the comments on that video, how appropriate it would be that these Navy ships would be for these sick people, or for these people are sick, as Q says, that they would be shipped out just as they ship kids in. These people are evil. I found an interesting article about Grand Central Station and the missing iron eagles that used to adorn it. There were many around the building. They were 13 feet wide and weighed 4,000 pounds. Some wound up at Vanderbilt's mansion. That's an elitist name. I think this is the Iron Eagle reference in New York City, not another city. 3 replies. Awesome. Been looking for this. Do you watch this one? FYI, General Flynn just posted a new Twitter page pic of an eagle about to fight a wolf. There will wolves in there be wolves in Central Park. Well, of course, again, also the wolf. Remember the Secret Service name for Papa Bush, wasn't that Wolf, Timberwolf, or whatever? And then again, we had the JFK kids singing, "Oh, it's going down." I'm yelling timber like Timberwolf. But that's one individual who's dead now. Papa Bush is dead. He's been dead. So I'm not sure what the connection is, but maybe it's still enough of a hint to let us know what he means. The wolf is the deep state. Iron Eagle, America power, baby. We're going after him. Maybe it's that simple. What's this? Anyone do any research on who serves on the board of directors for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children? Someone replied, said a lot of research on the ulterior mission of that nonprofit. They will not list a child or minor missing unless they have a case number from local police. Many local police push back on filing, stating, just took off, we'll come home. Most children are teens who run away from the home are trafficked within 8 hours. You have to follow your children, especially teens. If any doubt in your mind where he or she is, this is regardless of race or economic status. So anyways, I'll end this now. While you're watching the video, I'm probably going to watch it too. Oh my God, Joe, you got corona? No, actually, I just swallowed a little bit of spit. Almost choked on it. Thanks for your care, though. I'm good.